Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us to hear a little bit more about Rodan Fields and why we are always also excited to share these products and this business with you. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Amy Kline. I live here in Wilmington, North Carolina with my husband Scott and my 3 children. I have Banks, who is 7, Charlotte, who is 4.5, and Jack, who is 3.5. So what I'm going to do is just share a little bit about how I got into the business and talk a little bit about the business, and then I'm going to turn it over to Jody Adams, who is going to talk a little bit more about the products and her story. So to let you know a little bit about how I got into this business, I have worked forever and ever and actually really enjoyed working. I've always enjoyed being out and seeing people and getting dressed up and feeling like I'm contributing to the house and contributing to myself as well and growing as a person. So I did pharmaceuticals until we had our first child, and then through the birth of Banks and Charlotte, I took a part-time role and stepped back a little bit and did financial planning, I did marketing for a financial planner here in town. So I loved it. It was great. I worked part-time, so I got to do that dress up part and go and work and expand my mind, and then I could come back and get down on the floor and play with my toddlers and build some blocks with them and play with them and really be there for most of the milestones that they were having. So about 4 years ago, we got the surprise of our life and found out that we were actually pregnant with our 3rd. Now, 3 kids was always our dream, but our baby at that time was 7 months old. So having 3 kids under the age of 4 was really not where we saw our life going. So we did the math, we talked about it, we thought about it, and we decided that it really wasn't financially going to make much sense for us to, or for me to continue to work with 3 kids in childcare. So right before our baby Jack was born, I took a huge leap of faith and stayed home as a full-time stay-at-home mom. And although I loved my new role of throwing some flip-flops on and going to the beach and going to play dates and my impromptu life, I missed that working piece. I missed expanding my brain. I missed contributing to the household because now all of this was being held up by my husband. So it was a big role now for him to play. So I will be honest, I kind of started looking around. I kind of started thinking about, what can I do? How can I make money? How can I contribute? But I'm certainly not going to give up staying home because I really enjoyed being home with my babies and not missing one single moment of their life. We were nearing that time where our oldest was going to be going into kindergarten, and that's really truly the years that I wanted to capture the most. I wanted to be at those school parties. I wanted to be home when the school bus drops him off. So I started thinking, how can I do this? How can I work and still stay home and truly get the best of all worlds? So it was around that time that my very good friend, Allison Luckadoo, came to me, and she said that she had just partnered with the doctors who created Proactive, and she wanted me to take a look at it. And I'm going to be honest, I was really scared. I didn't know anything about direct sales. I had never really taken good care of my skin. So I'm thinking, why would I want to get in direct sales and sell a part that I'm not even taking good care of? So I thought, you know what, that's probably not going to be for me. But I'll come to your launch party, I'll support you, I'll do what I can for you as a friend. So I went to her launch party, and I will tell you that some of the before and afters that were sitting around were some of the friends who were standing in the room. And I thought, oh my gosh, these products are doing this for these people in the room. This isn't a marketing, flip book that I'm looking at and these people I don't know. I thought, maybe I should try this stuff. So I started on the reverse line, which Jody is going to talk to you a little bit more about in a minute. So I started on the reverse line because I've lived at the beach for 10 years and I wanted to take care of that sun damage. And very quickly was seeing transformations in my skin. People were asking me about it. And about 2 months later, I finally decided to join Allison in the business. And I will tell you that I regret not joining her the day that I started. So I started to cover my skincare. And here I am about 2.5 years later, and I've got a team of about 160 across the United States. And the best part, obviously, is still staying home with my children, but then also seeing the men and women on my team achieve their goals and get to where they want to go. So that's a little bit about myself. I want to talk to you a little bit about the business. So these two doctors, Dr. Rodan and Dr. Fields, this is not their first venture. I'm sure you all have heard of that little thing called Proactive. Proactive is now in about 200 countries, and so the doctors, what they wanted to do was take care of, or do in this anti-age market, what they had done in the acne market. So what they did is they developed 4 flagship regimens. They were all going to take care of the top skin concerns that they were seeing each and every single day. And these two doctors are still practicing dermatologists. So they're still seeing all of these top concerns. So what they did in 2006, they launched into the retail market. So what they did is they went into Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, Saks Fifth Avenue, in the hopes to bring this to the retail masses. And they did, and by all accounts, they were doing very well. But their vision was bigger. They saw more. And what they were seeing is that a lot of the people were coming in via word of mouth. Their mom was telling them, you need to come in and try Rodan and Fields. It's amazing. Just go to Nordstrom and get it. So what they decided to do after a couple of years of research in 2008, they pulled out of that retail market and they decided to launch into direct sales and give it to people like us, because we talk, we share information. Think about when a restaurant hits your town. Think about, how many times you've told somebody where you get your hair done. But we're just getting paid to talk about this. We're getting paid to talk about how our skin is glowing, and we're getting rid of acne, and So was it risky? Yes. Were they nervous? Yes. But I will tell you, in 1 month, they tripled what they had done in the previous year in all the retail markets combined. So that tells you we talk, and we love to talk, and we love to share information. This was also, luckily for them, about the time that tiny little thing called Facebook was launching. And that is how a lot of the people were starting. It was just the up and coming thing. This was the new social media. Nobody was really watching commercials anymore. Everybody is DVRing through them. Nobody's looking at billboards. Everybody is honed in on social media. So they used that as their channel of getting all of this information and all of these products to the masses. So they in turn were building their own brand and didn't even realize it. So anyway, so that's how you have Rodan and Fields, and I am now going to turn it over to Miss Jody Adams, who is going to take care of the products. But thank you again for joining us. We appreciate it.